Well, hello once again. It's time for Pod Sothoth, a Lovecraft book club. I'm your host, your primary, one might say alpha host, Todd Beardsley, and I'm joined, as always, by my subservient host.
Sure.
I think that's true, actually. Claire Reynolds. Hello, Claire.
Hi. I'm subservient.
I'm not enjoying this character. And so, in honor of our... Do you want to do that one again? Or are we just good with it? We'll just roll with it?
Whatever you want, honey.
All right, that's fine.
Whatever you want.
No, you make all the decisions.
Do you want some apple pie? That's legs, right?
Tree trunks.
Tree trunks. That's I couldn't think of what her name was.
I'm the sexiest adventurer in the world.
So our last episode, so long ago, was episode number 69.
Nice.
And, exactly. I put out the call on Mastodon for, hey, I'm about to record episode 69 of Pod Sothoth. What is the horniest Lovecraft story? And there was a little bit of back and forth, and then our, I would say, number one fan, Zrader, came in.
By number one, you mean one.
Our one fan, Zrader. Yeah, look, when I say it my way, it sounds a little more impressive. Our number one fan, Zrader, came in from the 3-point line and said, "The Loved Dead." And I skimmed the Wikipedia on it. I'm like, oh yes, this is definitely the horniest Lovecraft story. Notably, Lovecraft not credited with the first publishing of this story, although his fingerprints are all over it. So
I mean, that would require someone to have sex.
It would, which is implied.
Do we think did Lovecraft have
Okay, so funny
sexual
story.
relations?
Unclear. So I would say that the pedestrian view of Lovecraft is like her, he's gay. Right, because he goes down to Florida at one point.
You're gonna have sex if you're gay,
right? Which would imply he's having sex,
right? I think he's had none,
and it's entirely possible to be gay and asexual. That is a possibility, right? This is an identity that some people have.
Yeah, I guess that's true,
and that's fine.
Yeah, you can be both.
But I
think he's mostly asexual.
I think that's the thing. It's not that he's gay. It's not that he's whipped by his mom or anything, right? I think he just is put off by it because...
I prefer to not mix fluids with anyone.
Sure. And, I can see some way to do that. This is a completely alien way of life to me, right? But I can see that this would be
Todd's
a thing.
all about mixing fluids.
Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make me. Let's talk about sex.
So I came across in the research for this, one of the normal Wikipedia biographies, right, of Lovecraft. And when he was 8 years old, he had access to a family library, and keep in mind, this is 1898, right?
Right.
And he comes across this series of volumes of anatomy. And that's how he learns about sex. And there's a quote from him in one of his letters recalling this event.
That's the most Gen X way to learn about sex, right?
It kind of is. This is his Playboys in the Woods, except it's texts and it's very clinical. And the quote was along the line, I'm not looking at it right now, but the quote was very similar to, "This put me off the concept for the rest of my life." And I can see that, right? Someone like Lovecraft.
The Playboys in the Woods were not, I don't know, as a girl, they were not, it wasn't ooh, sex sounds great. I was like, ew.
Right. They're, you're not the audience for these.
No.
When I find Playboys in the woods, homina, homina.
Right.
When you find Playboys in their woods, it's like,
why? Who are these people? Why would anyone ever do this?
I have a funny story about finding pornography in the woods. And I think this may be a defining feature of why I am the way I am. I definitely did find Playboys in the woods, right? As all good Gen Xers who grew up in a place with
Surely
woods.
We've talked about this before.
I'm positive we have.
Yeah.
However, I don't think I've revealed upon this podcast the other thing I found in the woods that stuck with me that I haven't thought about actually in 30 or 40 years. I found a copy of Lady Chatterley's Lover. The text in the woods, and it was moldy, and it was like I had to like be careful with turning the pages, and I read in the woods in the dappled sunlight.
That's adorable.
Lady Chatterley's Lover, which I think, from normal ways to describe, heterosexual women, this would be probably more in your alley.
So you're saying this is why you are such an amazing lover.
It's why I am an accomplished coxman. So welcome to the horniest episode of Sothoth, a Lovecraft Book Club, a discussion of episode 69, The Loved Dead. Shall we get into the story?
Yes.
Knowing full well that your parents listen to this podcast.
They won't. They won't.
They
I'm
probably-
assuming they're not going to listen to
They
this.
probably won't listen to this
Okay.
one. So,
yeah, if I thought they were listening, I couldn't do it.
well, let's not think about it.
I will assume they're not.
So I really liked this story, and we're just going to jump into it, right?
You liked it. Okay.
I did like it. It reminded me a lot of The Hound, super gothy.
Hello and welcome to Goth Talk.
It is midnight. Before dawn, they will find me. Take me to a black cell.
Such a good opening. Lovecraft is
Where
so
I
good
shall
at openings.
languish interminably. How do you know? But it's the other guy.
It's C.M. Eddy, but
Yeah.
is it? And
I
that
don't
is
know.
a point of contention.
While insatiable desires gnaw at my vitals and wither at my heart, till at last I became one with the dead I love.
God, that's so good.
Is it?
It is. Are you kidding me? Yes, it is
Okay.
amazing. This is like imagine Winona Ryder in Beetlejuice reading that aloud.
I know. Yeah, it's
right?
that's supposed to be funny.
Is it?
Yes. Have you seen
I take
Beetlejuice?
her very seriously as a
Okay.
sincere
All right.
goth. That is the difference between you and I.
I know.
I
You
am a
and
recovering
we
goth.
are not the same.
We are not the same. I, a recovering goth. You, a sorority girl.
I'm a.
We're
yes,
from two
current-
different worlds.
Yeah. Pi, pi, beta, phi, P-I-P-H-I, pi, phi. Me for pi for beta, phi. I just love pi, beta, phi. I got it. Sorry.
You did
can't-
it.
You can't just do part of it and then.
Yeah, no. What a great opening. I would say at this point in the podcast and at this point in my, Lovecraft analysis career, which this definitely is because we're definitely getting paid for this. Lovecraft's first sentences are excellent. Like on the level of Dickens, I would say, on the level of Poe, on the level of William Gibson has amazing first sentences. And this is no different. There, I said it. I went there.
Good. Yeah, the first paragraph is good. Yeah.
First sentence. Let's not go crazy.
Well, the first sentence is, it is midnight.
Okay, sure. Yes. It's okay. Fine. If you're going to be technical, the first paragraph.
I am. Yes, the first fucking paragraph. Because, then after that is a totally second paragraph.
So, I mean, this sets the stage, right? This is somebody who is, it's the middle of the night. He's talking about this insatiable desire. Just, chef's kiss, right? So, and then a little bit of, you might be wondering how I got here. Right. And so it talks about, so the story goes into, a little bit of backstory, right? Like, how did this narrator who has no name, I'm gonna say. Yeah, no name.
I think so.
No name. His employer has a name. Other people have names. He doesn't have a name.
GIF.
It's GIF.
It's like a weak ejaculation.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay. So it turns out that when he was a wee lad, he was morbid. He was lonely. Very Wednesday Addams kind of style, right? Wednesday Addams, but without the support structure of the rest of the Addamses.
Right. Yeah. Because the rest of the Addamses were like amazing parents.
Right. He was fascinated by death, purportedly, but like he doesn't really know this or realize it. It's unfair to say that he was fascinated by death at an early age, right? Because I do think that like when he was, in like the 12 or 14, like that's when the grandparent dies, right? Like that's what it feels like to me. Like he's not like 6 when it happens or 4 or anything like that. And so he goes to his grandfather's funeral, and this is like the first time he feels really alive, which is okay.
Sure.
Got it.
These things happen,
Yep.
I guess.
Yep. Like, hey, man,
It's not your fault.
you find what inspires you, right?
Right.
And that and it may be the mortuary sciences, and I can definitely see this, right? As a technical anatomical biological study, right? It's like this is an interesting thing, and clearly people around you are being very emotional and like all of this, right? And so like this might be the thing that draws you. And that's fine, and that's allowed, and you're allowed. You're allowed to be goth. That's what I want to say.
You're allowed to be goth.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. And so shortly thereafter or something, I don't know, it's really unclear how much time has passed between the grandfather's funeral, and the grandfather was like a figure in the community. His parents die.
Right. Okay, let's back up though.
Sure.
Okay.
You might be wondering how we got here.
Right. So, no, he's talking about how he's at his grandfather's funeral. He's totally spacing out. His mom is like, elbows in.
Oh, that's right. A lot of elbows in the
and
side.
Then he goes up, and all of a sudden, like, he wakes up and realizes what's happening around him, and everyone's like sad, and there's his dead grandfather in the coffin, and like this is like what awakens him. It doesn't even seem like a sex thing at this point.
It's not a sex
because
thing.
I don't
It does not
want
feel
it
like
to
a
be
sex
because
thing.
that would be gross about his own grandfather. But it's just like
Sure.
like
I mean,
joy.
judgy a little.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely No, but he's just like, oh, this is a thing, which
Death happens.
that's
Death
fine.
happens to
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah.
This is
if there's somebody that is
baseline
like,
interesting.
yeah, I'm fine if like a funeral director is like, this brings me joy, fucking great.
I watched not all of it, but I watched several seasons of 6 Feet Under,
Yeah.
and there is an artistry. There is a
I don't think it brought anyone joy.
no. I mean, they were all unhappy people, but but the vocation is there, right? And like
Yeah.
it's going to attract a certain kind of person.
Right.
I think running.
There's no hearts giving a sudden leap of unholy glee, though.
No.
That's the problem. Wild, wanton, soul-satisfying sensuality engulfed me.
right.
Sure.
Little beyond the pale, but
I mean, to me, it's like, okay, I understand. Like, it's not your fault that this is happening, but maybe you need to do something about it.
maybe you should talk to somebody,
Talk
which
to
he
somebody.
definitely does.
He was a child, though, at this point.
He's a child.
Yeah.
And then shortly-ish thereafter, which does seem like a few years after, because I get the impression that he's very young when he goes to the grandfather's funeral. Let's say, like I said, right, like 8 or 10 years old. By the time one parent dies and then the other parent dies,
Yeah,
and then by the time the
you
second
talking about
parent dies, he's ready to like bang out of town.
But,
So-
to back up,
Uh-huh.
am I the only, okay, my mother went first in an
Right.
accident of the most unexpected nature. Like,
Oh, do you think this is a
was it?
confession?
Was it?
Do you think it was
unexpected?
murder? Yeah,
I don't know.
do
It
think
seems
so.
a little weird.
I think there was an accident of an unexpected nature. I
Okay.
will take him at his word.
So
we have
genuine was my grief.
See, not so genuine. It was so genuine
Okay.
was my grief.
Uh-huh.
How dare you? This is quite a reading. So
He too, then it gets to his father. He too died suddenly, developing some hitherto unsuspected heart affliction. Neither of his parents
refuse to
All right.
believe that he murdered his parents in order to create corpses for him to like lust over.
I mean, that's what the whole rest of the fucking story is about. Yes.
Oh, come on.
No.
It's later though. Wow. That quite a reading. It never occurred to me.
All right. I'll bet I'm not the first to have read it this way.
Listener, write in. Did the protagonist of The Loved Dead, which is how I pronounce it, murder his parents? I'm on team happy accident.
He definitely did.
Okay. So the parents die one after the other.
Just accidentally.
Super accidentally.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
No reason for it. It was rather sudden.
As his sole heir, I found myself in a rather paradoxical position. Sorry.
I feel like you're twisting this into something ugly, Claire.
Isn't it true? Sir, Mr.
It was
Narrator.
It was a mistake to invite an attorney on this podcast for 70 episodes. So he has these early encounters with the corpses of his parents that fell at his feet through no fault of his or action of his own.
But it's so weird because it's like he's just spiritually thrilled about it. I don't get it.
He has like an ecstasy
Yeah.
in what I interpret as, oh, this is what it's about kind of way. Like it is like when someone discovers that they're really like drawn to something, right? Any skill that you want to pick up and like be good at, like you are there is that initial draw that you feel in your soul, right? That it's like, oh, this is the thing that I want to dedicate my time and energy in life to, right? But you still suck at it until you practice it.
No, but this is unsurpassed love was the keynote of these concepts. A love greater, far greater than any I had ever borne him while he was alive.
See, here's the thing. I feel like I find, like in The Hound, I find the protagonist to be like a victim of his passions, in a very like classically romantic way. Mm-hmm. Whereas you seem to be casting him as a monster.
Okay. I don't think, here's the thing.
Counselor.
Somebody can't, like, I think a lot about this, like, as not just like because I'm an attorney, but like as a person who is interested in justice. Like, I think that you can have all kinds of things in your heart and your mind, whatever, and those are fine. Like, we can't always control that, but then it's like,
it's
what do
well, you
do?
choose what you act on,
Yeah.
right?
So maybe,
Maybe a little column A, a little column B.
Maybe don't go murder a bunch of people.
He doesn't do that yet.
Okay. Yeah.
You're putting. You seem to be drawing this line where, like, no, the murdering happened early on, as would comport with your hundreds of hours of true crime training.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, but so many. I have a PhD in podcast true crime.
Right. So I don't. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I have listened to My Favorite Murder.
Right.
More than 20 or 30 times. I am a person of the world. I'm aware of Dateline, all of that, right? Boy, that's a better read than mine. Like I have been since I've read this for the podcast, I have just had in my head, it's like, oh, he's like a happy little goth boy, like Wednesday Addams style. If Wednesday Addams had murdered her parents.
I mean, it
apparently
just seemed a little too convenient. That's all.
And it's a short story, so you gotta like bang your,
How convenient that like mom dies. Oh, super interesting. Oh, look at this. My dad died too. Like,
How weird. All right, so he's a murderer. Fine.
and then all of a sudden he goes on and kills
child
a whole
murderer.
a whole bunch of people. And by child murderer, you mean he's a
is
child,
a child
who
who
murders.
murders. Yes, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. So he,
And again, my father was not a rich man, but he had possessed enough of worldly goods to make him comfortably independent. As his sole heir, I found myself in rather a paradoxical position. I mean, wow.
what a weird.
It just so happens you love dead bodies. And this particular dead body made you quite financially comfortable.
Now, before his father dies, right? His mother dies first.
Yeah.
Before his father dies, he does get a job with the local undertaker. And his father, racked by grief, right? It's like, fine, whatever. And lets him go do it. And then his father dies through some accident that we won't get into.
A piano fell on his head.
Yes, he was walking along. It's, the period in American history where people were often hoisting pianos
Just
unsafely.
in and out of upper stories.
Yes. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you watch Looney Tunes and you know that they were like being first run in the 30s and 40s. Like, God, the world was so dangerous then. Because this was like normal, right? It was like, of course there's a piano suspended over a busy sidewalk. Why wouldn't there be?
No cones put up or
Nope,
anything.
nothing. Totally normal. And so he and by the way, there's this note of like his indenturement. Like, it's funny because like it's not very clear to me what country this takes place in. I do believe it takes place in like at least the late 19th century or early 20th century, right? Like, there's no actual date cited or anything that I could find. It may be England, it may be America, it may be probably
It may be England. It may be New England.
it may be New England, right? It's probably one of those two, right? Which
Yeah, where else
we'll
would
get
it
into.
be?
Well,
None of
this
Lovecraft-
notion of indenturement, like, didn't like. I guess that was part of American history, where
Yes.
okay, fine.
Have you ever read Jonica's Island?
Absolutely not. I don't even know what that is.
Okay. All right, listeners.
I am illiterate.
Nobody here has read Jonica's Island. All right, it's a whole thing. I have been looking for a copy of that book.
Isn't indenturement like in Wuthering Heights? Maybe isn't there like a theme of that in there?
I don't know.
No.
That takes place in England.
It's Nova Scotia, actually. It's Canada.
No, it's not.
No?
Nope.
Well, okay. Listener, write in. Tell us who's right and
Or
who's wrong.
just fucking
Or
look it
just
up.
know. Or just know for yourself, because I don't know. I could have sworn Wuthering Heights is in Nova Scotia.
No.
No? Okay. Well, what am I thinking of?
But tap, tap, tap. We got to look.
I'm not looking.
I'm doing it
I can't be bothered.
because I'm a woman and I'm not comfortable in my own novel by Emily Bronte. Let's see. Yorkshire.
England.
England.
Yes.
Okay.
We
should
have a
cut
friend.
I am upset
No.
that I even doubted myself for a minute because I knew it.
Good for you.
I knew it, but I still, that's
Yeah.
what it is like to be a woman, is to still doubt what you know.
with this alpha podcaster.
Yeah. Fuck. God damn.
No, I think we keep it as an object lesson to all women everywhere.
Yes. Stop doubting
Don't do
yourselves,
that.
women.
Just fucking double down.
Yes.
Just
Ugh,
be
double
assertive.
down.
Yeah.
Do we have any female listeners?
Yes, we do. I've met one of them.
Ladies, double down.
We met one in
we did, that's
in
right.
England.
Yeah,
So-
England. Yes, we
so-
that's right.
All right, I'm not gonna dox
Double
them or
down.
anything.
Your men don't know what they're talking about.
Correct. So, boy, oh boy. Okay, so we're getting back to the. You know what? I want to take a side note here. Where does this take place? So I looked up Fenham and Bayborough, which are the two cities. Fenham is like a little village where people are rumored and believed to be very long-lived, and that's why funerals were rare there because, whatever.
Yeah.
And Bayborough is like a real city, about 50 miles away. So these are the two locations, essentially, and then the wilderness in between. So Fenham and Bayborough are both, as far as I can
How's it
tell,
spelled? Fedham?
Fenham, Fenham, kind of like Arkham when you think about it, and because I think it does.
Wikipedia says Fenham is an area of west end of Newcastle upon Tyne.
So there is a Fenham in England, and there's a Bayboro in North Carolina, which is notably more than 50 miles away.
Yeah.
I don't think these are the actual places. Yeah. What I do think is that Fenham is to C.M. Eddy, who is the credited author with this. Fenham is Arkham. Fenham is and this comes up, Fenham and Bayboro both come up in later C.M. Eddy stories. And so I think he was doing the thing that Lovecraft does of building this fake city, very similar to how, like, in the DC universe, like, you have Gotham, you have Metropolis, you have Keystone City, and they don't talk about New York very much, right? And I think that was certainly the style of the time. And I'm just going to keep talking.
No, I'm just looking at, like, pictures of C.M. Eddy, and he just, I don't know, he looks so cute.
We're not talking about him right now.
Grandpa.
He did live a long, long time.
Yeah, 71.
Fenham is a fictional place that if C.M. Eddy was as successful as Lovecraft was with his fiction, we would know Fenham today, right? Like, as we know Arkham, because Arkham is like represented in the DC universe in like Arkham Asylum, which shows up in Batman, and other Arkham-ish thing, Arkham Horror, the card game, and all that other stuff. So Fenham, I believe, is C.M. Eddy's Arkham. Bayboro.
Right. Yeah, Eddy's grandson, Jim Dyer, set up Fenham Publishing. To publish
in Providence, Rhode Island.
To publish the works of his both of his grandparents, Clifford and Muriel.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
It is cool,
What did Muriel publish? That's
so his wife is also a writer. They were all in Lovecraft's circle.
Yeah.
And it was a whole thing. We can get to it.
I'm
enjoying that you're doing
what we're talking about. I want to go into Muriel. What's Muriel?
I'm enjoying that you're doing the research during the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. All right, we can move on.
We will move on.
Whatever. So then what happened?
All right, circling back to the story. So his parents are dead. My parents are dead, like Superman. And, or no, Batman. Also Superman and Batman.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. All of them. FYI.
Yeah, every DC hero's parents are dead. It's not a big deal, Batman.
I'm still thinking about how cute that newest Superman is and how
the new Superman is very good.
Yeah, he's a Superman-y Superman.
No, it's very good. And so he decides, right, with the inheritance, he can afford to move to Bayboro and get a job in a new undertaking facility in like a big city mortician. Well, we got bodies left and right, and like he's loving it, right? And he goes to Bayboro and he starts doing undertaking and mortician work, right?
I mean, this really could have been a great NBC procedural.
A procedural, you think?
But he had to fuck it all up by having sex with
okay.
I'm sorry, by snuggling up at night.
It was a little bit of snuggling.
He's a dead body snuggler. He's a corpse snuggler.
Corpse snuggler. Corpse snuggler.
That's the name of the show.
Corpse snuggler. If we had stings for the name of the show, then yes, it would be. But we don't.
Corpse snuggler.
So he goes to Bayboro. It's the big city. It's the big show for morticianry and undertaking. And he becomes like good at it. He's like super good at it. But, like people aren't dying as fast as he would like. And so he kind of Jack the Rippers this. And he goes out and he like takes his tools of the trade and he knows how death works. And he's like good at anatomy now. And he can like kill and kill and kill again.
I feel like it's not that hard to kill someone.
I have detailed files.
Probably not, but
but only I know how.
This is the thing. Like I did go through that period as a teenage goth.
I'm sorry, go on. What period?
That period of being interested in Jack the Ripper,
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, whatever.
I could go through that period of wanton murder.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I went through that period of Jack the Ripper. I read a couple, like 2 historical like accounts of Jack the Ripper, which makes me an expert. And so much time is taken explaining, like, oh, Jack the Ripper. Oh, he had a surgeon's hand. Blah blah blah. Like he knew. It's like
whatever.
how hard is it?
Everybody was
like,
a butcher
you
back
poke
then.
a hole
Yeah.
in a person and they die. Like it's
Yeah.
not hard.
Yeah. Once you start sawing away, you're gonna figure it out.
So he does that, but with panache and
Yes.
skill, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not a brute, he's not a barbarian, he's not just
Right.
like bashing people in the head. He's like severing a carotid artery or whatever. He's doing it surgically, and so
Carotid.
I don't know how to pronounce
I love
anything.
you. I'm sorry. I didn't
Carotid.
want to do it because again,
No,
as
you
a
should
woman,
do
I
it.
feel like I should
Again.
never.
You should never correct a man,
correct a man.
obviously.
I know. I'm going to pay
in
for this
this
later,
America?
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you will.
In a good way.
This is the horniest episode. So he does that, and then one day the owner of the mortuary comes in early and then finds him snuggling with a corpse that he generated. That's how one.
Corpse that he
Yeah,
generated.
that is a normal way to say that. Yeah.
What? I generated this corpse.
I made this corpse out of a live person. So he's like, hey, man, I think the stress of the job is really getting to you and you should take a
Yeah,
vacation.
his boss was very generous.
Super cool. I want to be that boss.
Yeah.
Like when I find that my direct report is doing something horrible and I react in this way, I'm the fucking hero of the day.
So-
I go home that day thinking like I did a good job.
Right, and then your direct report goes on to murder more people.
Well-
maybe not.
No, I did a great job.
I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like
I'm
other
a cool
bosses.
boss. And so he does. So he's like, dang, almost caught. Basically caught. So he's like, okay, well, how about this? How about I go back to Fenham, where I grew up,
Yeah.
and find out what happens.
Okay, so up until this point,
Right.
I'm not going to say it makes sense, but whatever, it's a normal story. And then he's like, I'm going to go home where they already know me as a creepy, freaky person.
Right. As a Wednesday Addams type.
Yeah. And I'm going to hope that it turns out for the best.
Uh-huh.
Go somewhere where they don't know you.
There's only 2 towns in this world.
That's
And it's
exactly
Fenham
it.
and Bayborough.
Yeah.
He doesn't get to go to Arkham. He doesn't get to go to Dunwich. He doesn't get to go to
Get on a
Innsmouth.
boat. Go across the pond.
Nope. So he goes back home, and he knows this too. By the way, he knows this is a rookie move. He even comments on it in the text of yes, obviously I returned to the scene of the crime.
Yes, that's why, honey, because he wants to go back to the scene of his first kills, which is mommy and daddy.
You've sold me. You've sold me on it, and you've ruined this character for me. No, you haven't.
What do you mean ruined it?
This is a new read on the character for me.
Because
I thought he just innocently watched his parents die, and then
what does it
got
matter?
a taste for murder later.
What does it matter? Once you have a taste for murder, you're a murderer. Well, who cares when you started it?
It's different if it's people you know. That's a different kind of murder.
Is it?
It is because
because I feel like
I read American Psycho.
yeah,
and
I feel like it's better if it's someone you know.
Probably, but
Yeah, it's worse if it's somebody you don't know.
there's more. You're a worse monster, right? In America, and that's what American Psycho is about, right? Is it though? I don't
it's
know.
about business cards.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone.
It's about mostly mergers and acquisitions or murders and executions, depending. So he goes back home and so he finds his old house, and his old house is now basically a flop house. There's a drunk, and his wife and child is there, and he goes in there and murders the hell out of them. And he's like, "Ah, dang, I've totally blown my cover by doing murder again."
Wah, wah. Whoops.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
No, that was the problem. So he freaks out, right? And he's like, "Oh no, the police, they're after me." And now word has probably come from Bayboro by now that like there's a murderer around and on the loose or whatever. I know that I'm skipping over some parts.
No, it's weird because, no, you're right. Because then there's a whole thing where he's like, I'm going running. I'm going to live in the woods. And this seems pointless. I don't get any of this.
Yeah, like, I don't know. He seems kind of unstuck, right? And he seems just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing now.
I'm a fugitive. I'm Harrison Ford. But then I don't actually make my way to Chicago. I'm just going to stay in these woods.
Well, Harrison Ford didn't kill his wife, for starters.
I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have children, that is the best response you can give to them when they try to proclaim their innocence about something. I don't care.
I don't care. And also, by the way, like all his murdering in Bayboro was like very cold and exacting, and like he was really good at destroying evidence, but he gets like sloppy in Fenham, and he knows he gets sloppy in Fenham, and so this is the real reason why like he's kind of freaked out now. It's like, oh, I'm definitely getting caught now, and so
I mean, he wants to get caught.
I guess, but he doesn't.
Why are you sloppy if you don't want to get caught?
So my read, right, my innocent read of him is that, you know, he is snarled up in his emotions. He is driven by passion, and that's what causes him to be sloppier. Whereas like before he could keep it in check, right? Like he could satisfy the beast within.
So you think it's like you go home and like when you are, so you can be a full-fledged successful adult.
Yes,
and you go,
several years after his
parents. And
parents
you go
died.
back to your childhood location, and all the old triggers get you, and you're a
Sure.
fucking idiot again.
Yeah. Yes, I think that is true.
Okay. He married his parents.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is news to me. Okay, I'm still struggling with this. And then finally, he's evading the police. He can hear the baying of the hounds. He knows they're closing in. His feet just like kind of take him wherever, and his feet take him to the cemetery where his parents are buried. And then he goes, hides in a grave, and then that's when he decides to kill himself.
Yeah.
So like content warning, suicide, because that is the preferable out for him at that point. Because like, what is he looking at? He's looking at a life in prison because, you know, all dozens of murders
and being
and definitely caught cuddling.
right. Hey, you're the corpse snuggler.
Corpse snuggler. And yeah, what a shitty prison life. And he can't like kill wantonly.
Right.
And find
Right, yeah.
And the killing, by the incidentally, I would say, the killing is secondary to the want. The want is the body.
Yeah.
It's not the killing. The killing isn't the thing that like gets him off. It's the corpse.
I agree.
So he is generating corpses, as I said before.
But on the other hand, like, how hard could it be to find a steady supply of corpses? Like, you could go to a really big town and there would be constant corpses, right?
He does go to the war at one point.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and he loved
And
it.
it's the fucking best.
Like, dude, just stick around. There will be more wars.
There's more wars. Yeah. We did kind of allied over that whole part where he goes off to war.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
He goes to World War
Well,
I.
he does too. It's a
Yeah.
very short, like, paragraph. And I was like, wait a minute. This.
So how do you feel about this protagonist?
I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you mean how I do? Like, I feel sorry for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, he should be locked up.
He should be locked up,
Yeah.
right? He is not fit
Yeah.
for civilization.
Yeah. I mean, I feel sorry for most people that seem to be
Sure.
unable to help themselves.
But you seem firmly in the camp that he started off murdering his parents. Did he murder his grandfather?
Does it matter? Okay, wait. So go on.
That's
I'm
it.
confu- I'm
That's my
confused
question.
by what you're asking me, because like, how do I feel about him is irrelevant to the question of whether or not he murdered his parents.
Oh?
Yeah.
That doesn't change things. So
No!
for me, that changes things. For
Really?
me, coming into murder later means that he's like driven by this, like he's been exposed to corpses like 3 times, right? And like these are significant events in his life, right? The funerals of his grandfather and his 2 parents. And then he gets a job, and he's like doing the cool thing of like doing mortuary science or whatever. And then he's like, boy, these bodies just aren't coming fast enough. I got to bring some of my own. And so then he goes down that path, right? Maybe maybe I'm the reason why this story is so contentious, because I do feel sympathy, like a legitimate sympathy for him. It's like, oh yeah, so you're a necrophiliac, in maybe not in a sexual way, but just in a like, I like dead bodies, dead human bodies
And
way.
I cannot lie.
I like big corpses, and I cannot lie. You other brothers might deny.
You probably should.
And probably should deny. I don't know. I feel like in the service of his overriding, of his demonic passion, by the way, which he describes as almost like external to himself, right? I think it's a different story if he's killed his parents. I think it's a different story. I think it's a different cast of the character. I think the character is unmitigatedly evil if he killed his parents early on, rather than parent death happened, mortuary happened,
And then killed more.
and then killed people. Right, and that part is of course evil and all that, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm not the one on trial here. Let's see him, Eddy.
I mean, I guess I just feel like it. I don't know. Like from a very logical perspective, I feel like it doesn't matter.
I know it's 2 more murders among many,
Yeah.
right? Like, and those people who were murdered later, like they had families and people that loved them, and it was
Right.
like a problem for
Yeah.
them being dead.
Yes.
Okay, I can see that. But like in the context of the literary devices,
Most people that commit murder, I mean, like, I don't believe in the concept of evil. Like, I'm sure you could come up with a scenario with like Ted Bundy or whatever. But even
Hitler.
that is
I mean, I personally think
Okay.
Hitler is
Right.
bad.
Right. I didn't say I don't believe in the concept of bad. I guess,
And evil. I'm categorically
right.
taking a stand that Hitler was
Sure.
evil.
Yes, obviously. Oh my God. All right, let's just back out, because I don't know what it is.
It's episode 70,
I think
talking about
people-
episode
people
69.
People do crazy, weird, shitty things. Like,
I think evil does happen in the world.
I don't. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't think someone who's like born evil or
Probably not.
no.
No.
I mean,
it's like a very like there are no bad dogs, there are only badly trained dogs.
That's very
right?
different.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
because all dogs are born good.
I would say as a recovering Quaker, I would say all humans are born good.
Actually, I think that's true.
Yeah. All right. And so that's the story. So anyway,
Yeah.
a guy may or may not have murdered his parents, goes on to murder a whole bunch of other people, gets cornered in
that's
a
the thing is,
graveyard
like,
and kills himself, and
It's
that's
just-
the story.
It's so funny to me that like whether or not he murdered, to me,
I feel like that's pivotal.
the parent murders are like trivial compared to what it.
Pivotal.
Like, yeah, you.
It's so funny that we are
you.
so different on this.
Yeah. You and I, we're different.
We are not the same.
We are not the same.
So we have a little bit of business to take care of with this podcast, business, and I have been in touch with the maintainer of Great Old Bot, who posts. Great Old Bot is a bot, as implied by the name.
Great and old.
And great and old. Great Old Bot posts random snippets of Lovecraft to Mastodon.
Okay.
On a somewhat random schedule. So about once
Great
an hour.
Old Bot does what
Right.
Great Old Bot wants.
And I thought, I don't know how to write a bot for Mastodon. I should learn how to write a bot for Mastodon. And so I got in touch with the author and maintainer of Great Old Bot. And over the last 2 or 3 months, I've been having a little side project of like doing some code analysis and like figuring out how one does this. Because I have a podcast, which you probably know because you're listening to it. And I read stories, and he only has like 4 stories in it because like I've been following this long enough that I'm starting to see the repeats, and I'm starting to see like, oh, you only have like 4 stories in here. And it's like, oh, I see that you keep quoting from Mountain of Madness because it's the longest story. So you need more corpus. How do I contribute to this? So I've been in touch with him, and this is definitely like a D-list side project for him. It's a D-list side project for me. So like we intersect like once a month basically on this. But I think soon he will merge my requests. And I did fix up some of the grammar and some of the like spacing issues and some of the like, sometimes it was splitting a line on like capital M, lowercase r, dot, believing that to be the end of a sentence.
Okay.
And so it's been kind of a linguistic adventure of like, what is a sentence? So that's been fun. And then I also submitted the entire text of The Loved Dead because I think The Loved Dead is incredible and super goth and amazing. And I would love to read occasionally by surprise a random sentence from The Loved Dead. And so that's going on. So follow us on Mastodon and follow Great Old Bot. We are on defcon.social, at Podsothoth. You can find us there. And speaking of Mastodon, because I keep fucking talking about Mastodon on this show, I got a message not 3 days ago from recording from one Kevin that said, "Love the show. You got me to try Mastodon." Already seems less toxic. Anyway, huge fan of the writings in the universe created by HPL. Hey, Kevin. Thank you for joining us over on Mastodon. You and me, buddy.
Todd is raising his fist in solidarity.
I am doing the solidarity salute. Left-handed. Right? Because
He's
lefty. I am a lefty in all ways.
Mm-hmm.
Every way you can interpret it being lefty, that's me.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and then also Miskatonic U, go pods. And then I think he attached possibly an AI generated cephalopod holding a cheerleader that said Miskatonic U on her vest or whatever cheerleaders wear.
I love that.
It's pretty great. So we have a good time over on
I
Mastodon.
feel like AI was made to generate Lovecraft shit.
Honestly, yes. And now, like, you can make arguments that like AI is a net evil for art or whatever.
I just mean like specifically for Lovecraft stuff.
Speaking of evil AI,
you should have like a thing where it's a AI Lovecraft male cheerleader with like half of an arm lifting.
Yeah, with a like a squishy arm or something. Speaking of evil AI, we do have a Bandcamp. You can find it at podsothoth.bandcamp.com.
I am no part of this.
You are some part of it. You were part of quality control. We have an entire album there called Speakeasy on Yoggoth, which is all 1920s themed AI-generated music, the most evil music in the world. Please give it a listen.
There's 1 or 2 songs on there that are fun, but they still
track
sound,
7
they
is
still sound
fucking
creepy.
baller.
They still sound creepy.
They are creepy in, probably unintended ways, some intended ways.
But that's kind of how Lovecraft is.
It really is. We watched a movie the other day called Weapons, and it is my favorite horror movie. It is categorically my favorite horror movie released in the last 18 months.
It was fine.
It was so good. It's such good folk horror, very Lovecraftian. Also, together, incredibly Lovecraftian. It is shocking to me that Lovecraft did not write this. So watch Together, watch Weapons. Let us know what you think. Both of these are like successful horror movies. Like they don't need the Podsothoth bump or anything, which definitely exists.
We've been paid tens of dollars.
Yes, thank you, by the way, to those of you who still subscribe to Podsothoth for reasons unknowable to mortals or gods alike. And that's, I think,
probably because like they felt bad for us and then put in the thing and then forgot.
And then
about
forgot.
it.
So don't listen to this part where I'm
Yeah.
reminding you that you're actually paying for this.
Yeah.
You can always find us, like I said, on Mastodon, at Podsothoth, at defcon.social. You can find us on the internet through email at hideous@podsothoth.club. Please email me, and I will read it. I will often forward it to Claire. It would be a nice respite from all of the YouTube fake promoters that keep emailing me, because we have now breached the level of popularity where we're not quite hitting like YouTube numbers one would expect, and so all of the fucking influencers are now emailing me and saying, "Hey, do you want to know how to like grow your audience by 10x in 3 months?" Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit. No, I don't want to. I want it to be a little.
Want
this is a book.
Listeners,
Right. This is a book club. This is an intimate exchange of ideas and interests.
Once
and
we
that's
hit
all
5
it is.
listeners, I'm out.
We have more than
We're
5
done.
listeners. We have like 300 listeners, honey.
No, we don't.
We definitely do.
Well, I don't even know 300 people.
No, it's impossible to. You can only know like 40 people if you listen to Malcolm Gladwell. So it's 40 to 60. But yeah, so we're in that zone where like I legitimately enjoy doing this podcast. I think it's fun and funny.
I like spending time with my husband.
I think 95% of our listeners also find it funny. And a little bit horny. And thank you so much for joining us for this episode 70 of Podsothoth, a Lovecraft book club discussing The Loved Dead. Mm-hmm. We'll see you next time. I don't know what I'm reading next time. We'll find out. It's going to be significantly less horny, probably.
If you knew what Todd Beardsley looked like, you'd be much more interested in listening to this. He's a very good looking man.
Oh my God, this is terrible. Claire is devouring the microphone now.